HarperCollins presents The Wordsworth Key by Julia Golding, read by Rose Robinson. Chapter 1. 25th of July, 1812. Billingsgate, London. "It's the strangest thing, sir." The Thames River policeman crouched over the body. "You can see what did for him, and it ain't the river. Fair warning, it's not a pretty sight." The sun slanted along the Thames from the east, bringing a chilly start to the new day. The masts in the pool by the Tower of London formed a leafless forest sprouting from the water. Small boats plied like ants between bank and the ships, carrying off the cargo. Life continued, but not for this man. Bracing himself, Alex Smith kneeled in the puddle of water on the cobbles of Billingsgate Fish Market and pulled back the sacking that covered the victim's face. Formerly a lieutenant colonel in the 1st Battalion 2nd Foot Guard, Alex thought he was used to violent death, but he'd never seen anything like this. Scales glinted in the muck of fish guts, the stench masking any odour of death that had accumulated. Alex took off his hat, but then thought better of it as his fringe flopped in his eyes. He swiped that back and replaced his hat. The man was too far gone to notice any disrespect. Sir Richard Leyburn, well known in society for his wiry red sideburns and galvanised hair, as well as his booming laugh, stared back at Alex, shocked. As well he might be, with that curved head of a shepherd's crook shoved down his throat. The end had been fashioned out of polished ram's horn. It emerged obscenely from the open mouth like a devil's tongue. "We think that was done after, the policeman ventured. "After he was strangled." Alex sincerely hoped so. The victim hadn't been in the water long. The bruises around his neck were livid, and the body barely bloated by exposure to the Thames. Clearly, this was no accidental drowning. Alex felt the skull and found a contusion at the back. "It looks to me like he was knocked down first, possibly with the crook while it was still intact." The broken pole had been discarded, propped against a stack of fish barrels. "How did you discover him, Constable Gould?" The policeman, round-faced with a thick black beard and drooping moustache, had a fatherly air to him. That had to take a battering each day as he dealt with the smuggling, stealing and suicides on this busy stretch of the river. He got up, his knees clicking. "We didn't, son. Maud Watkins found him when she came in for her shift." He gestured to the strongly built woman who was knocking back brandy from the policeman's hip flask. Usually used for reviving those dragged alive from the river, it would do perfectly well to bolster the spirits of a Billingsgate fishwife. "She moved a crate off the edge of the quayside, saw the rope and pulled. Hey presto, up bobbed Johnny." She'd probably hoped she had stumbled upon a pilferer's cache, thought Alex. Not a pleasant catch. Cruel to leave him like that, don't you think? I can identify him for you." Alex gave the man's name for Gould's notebook. "Thought you might. Too well dressed to be one of my usual customers, and your crowd all know each other. I guessed he'd belonged to the ton. Lord love us, the fur is going to feckin' fly when Bow Street get wind of this. We can't keep the market shut for long, but he's a, person of importance." Alex grimaced in sympathy. The two men, former army officer and river policeman, had met on an investigation the week before, a mystery Alex helped solve about a missing cargo of costly nutmegs. The insurers had been very pleased and given them a bonus to divide between them. In the drink down the pub to celebrate, Gould and Alex had taken a liking to each other, recognising that they both hid their true inclinations from the rest of society. But one didn't talk about that. "I'd prefer to be gone when you send for the runners," said Alex. His employers had a policy of keeping a distance from the law enforcement officers in an attempt not to tread on their toes. "I'll tell you what I know about the victim and you can pass that on." "Righto. Go ahead."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?